What if I told you some of Tokyo's best food isn't inside famous restaurants, but hidden beneath flickering lanterns, inside smoke-filled alleyways, and behind doors most tourists walk straight past? Tonight, we're leaving behind the giant billboards and crowded tourist spots of Tokyo and diving deep into the hidden food alleys locals actually return to after work. Picture tiny yakitori grills glowing under red paper lanterns, the sound of beer glasses clinking in cramped bars, no bigger than a bedroom, and smoke drifting through narrow alleyways while skewers of chicken crackle over hot charcoal. And the deeper into the night you go, the more Tokyo starts to change. Salarymen squeeze into standing bars shoulder to shoulder with strangers. Old grandmothers grill secret recipes passed down for decades. Hidden ramen shops stay open past midnight for locals chasing one final bowl before the last train home. Tonight isn't about luxury dining. It's about tiny places with handwritten menus, alleys that smell like grilled meat and soy sauce, and hidden corners of Tokyo that still feel raw, chaotic, and real. And trust me, some of the places we find tonight don't even look open from the outside. From the hidden drinking alleys of Shinjuku to late-night ramen tucked beneath train tracks, we're spending the entire night eating our way through Tokyo's most atmospheric food streets. And honestly, the deeper we went, the stranger and better the food became. Omoide Yokocho, Tokyo's smoky alley of grilled skewers. The night really begins in Omoide Yokocho, a narrow maze of tiny alleyways squeezed beside the train tracks near Shinjuku Station. Most tourists rush past this area without even noticing it. But once you step inside, it feels like entering another era of Tokyo. The alley is barely wide enough for two people to walk side by side. Red lanterns hang overhead. Smoke pours out from miniature yakitori restaurants, no larger than a small bedroom. Every few steps, the smell changes. Charcoal chicken, grilled seafood, sweet soy glaze, sizzling beef fat dripping into open flames. This place dates back to post-war Tokyo, when small food stalls popped up around the train lines feeding workers late into the night. And honestly, not much has changed. You'll still find locals packed shoulder to shoulder, drinking cold beer and eating skewers straight off the grill. One of the best things to order here is yakitori, charcoal grilled chicken skewers seasoned with salt or brushed with sweet tare sauce. But the real hidden experience is trying the more local cuts most visitors avoid: chicken heart, liver, cartilage, and grilled skin. And somehow, after a few drinks in the smoky alley, it just works. Kabuto, one of the most famous tiny skewer restaurants in the alley, known for perfectly grilled eel and old-school Tokyo atmosphere. Once Chome 211 Nishi Shinjuku, Shinjuku City, Tokyo, 3,000 to 6,000 yen, or 20 to 40 US dollars. The inside is tiny, smoky, loud, and feels frozen in time. Asadachi, a bizarre late-night local favorite known for adventurous skewers and an old Tokyo drinking culture vibe. One Chome 211 Nishi Shinjuku, Shinjuku City, Tokyo. 2,000 to 4,000 yen, or 13 to 27 US dollars. This place feels chaotic in the best possible way, the kind of hidden Tokyo experience that feels impossible to recreate anywhere else. But the deeper we pushed into Tokyo's backstreets, the stranger the night started becoming. Because hidden beneath the glowing chaos of Shinjuku, there's another alleyway where locals squeeze into bars so small you can barely fit inside. Golden Gai, Tokyo's tiny midnight bar maze. Just a few minutes away from the smoke and chaos of Omoide Yokocho lies one of the strangest nightlife areas in all of Tokyo, Golden Gai. At first glance, it almost looks abandoned. Narrow staircases, flickering signs, tiny wooden doors with handwritten menus taped outside. Some bars only seat 5 people. Others are hidden upstairs behind unmarked entrances that look more like old apartments than restaurants. But once the night deepens, Golden Gai comes alive. This area survived the destruction of post-war Tokyo and somehow still keeps that gritty old atmosphere alive. Many of the bars here are owned by the same families for generations. And unlike the massive nightlife chains across Tokyo, every tiny bar here feels personal. Some specialize in jazz music. Some play old vinyl records all night. Others serve only one type of dish alongside drinks. And that's where the food gets interesting. One hidden local favorite here is Japanese beef stew, slow-cooked for hours until the meat nearly falls apart inside a rich soy-based broth. Another late-night classic is omuras, soft scrambled egg wrapped around buttery fried rice, usually served after a long night of drinking. Golden Gai isn't really a place to rush. It's about wandering, stepping into random tiny bars, talking with strangers, ordering whatever the owner recommends, and embracing the unpredictability that makes this area unforgettable. Bar Albatross, a tiny candle-lit bar spread across multiple cramped floors, famous for its atmospheric interior and late-night drinks. 1chom17 Kabukicho, Shinjuku City, Tokyo. 1,500 to 4,000 yen, or 10 to 27 US dollars. The inside feels almost surreal, chandeliers, velvet seating, dim lighting, and narrow staircases twisting upward through the building. Nagi Golden Gai, a hidden ramen spot upstairs inside Golden Gai, famous for rich Niboshi sardine broth ramen. Golden Gai Building 1F, 1chom110 Kabukicho, Shinjuku City, Tokyo. 1,000 to 1,800 yen, or 7 to 12 US dollars. The broth here is intensely rich, salty, and packed with umami, exactly the kind of ramen locals crave after midnight drinks. But around midnight, the energy of Tokyo changes again. The office workers disappear. The last trains start leaving. And underneath the train tracks, steaming bowls of ramen begin drawing in an entirely different crowd. Under the tracks, Tokyo's hidden late-night ramen alleys. As the night gets later in Tokyo, some of the best food spots start appearing in places most people would completely overlook. Beneath the rumbling train tracks around areas like Yokocho and Shinbashi, tiny ramen shops and standing eateries are packed tightly underneath the railway lines. Every few minutes, trains roar overhead while steam pours out from cramped kitchens below. The atmosphere feels raw and chaotic. The air smells like rich pork broth, burnt garlic oil, grilled gyoza, and cigarette smoke drifting from nearby izakayas. This is where Tokyo really starts feeling alive after midnight. Most tourists never make it here because the area looks almost industrial from the outside. But locals know these under-track alleys are home to some of the city's best late-night comfort food. One of the biggest late-night rituals in Tokyo is ending the night with ramen before catching the final train home. Not fancy ramen, heavy ramen. The kind with thick, oily broth designed to revive exhausted office workers after hours of drinking. And honestly, eating ramen under the train tracks at 1 a.m. while trains thunder overhead feels more like the real Tokyo than any luxury restaurant ever could. Tokyo Ramen Street. While parts are famous now, some smaller side ramen shops hidden deeper in the station corridors still feel surprisingly local late at night. Tokyo Station B1F, 1chom9 Marunouchi, Chiyoda City, Tokyo. 1,000 to 2,000 yen, or 7 to 13 US dollars. Rich tonkotsu broths, smoky miso ramen, and thick handmade noodles dominate the area. Ramen Jiro Shinbashi, a legendary heavy-style ramen spot popular with hardcore local ramen fans. 2chom33 Nishishinbashi, Minato City, Tokyo. 900 to 1,500 yen, or 6 to 10 US dollars. Massive portions, thick garlic-heavy broth, mountains of bean sprouts. This place feels almost aggressive compared to tourist ramen chains. Ukatsu, a hidden seafood izakaya tucked beneath the tracks serving grilled fish, sashimi, and ice-cold beer to local workers. 2chom1 Yokocho, Chiyoda City, Tokyo. 2,000 to 5,000 yen, or 13 to 33 US dollars. The atmosphere here is pure old-school Tokyo. Loud conversations, smoky grills, and trains shaking the ceiling overhead. But the deeper into the night we went, the more hidden Tokyo became. Because tucked away behind quiet residential streets, there's an alley where tiny restaurants serve some of the most intimate dining experiences in the entire city. Kagurazaka Backstreets, Tokyo's hidden lantern-lit food quarter. By this point in the night, the chaos of Shinjuku and the rumbling train tracks start fading away. And suddenly, Tokyo becomes quiet. Hidden in the back streets of Kagurazaka is a completely different side of the city. Narrow stone alleys lined with wooden buildings, glowing lanterns, and tiny restaurants hidden behind sliding doors. If Shinjuku feels wild and electric, Kagurazaka feels secretive, almost cinematic. Historically, this area was once known for geisha houses and old tea rooms, and even today, it still carries that elegant old Tokyo atmosphere. The strange thing is, many restaurants here barely advertise themselves. No giant signs, no loud music, sometimes just a small lantern outside the door, and unless you know where to look, you'd walk straight past them. This is where locals come for slower meals, charcoal grilled wagyu, handmade soba noodles, delicate yakitori, and seasonal Japanese dishes paired with sake. The experience here feels deeply personal. Tiny counters, soft conversations, and chefs preparing every dish directly in front of you. After the loud energy of Tokyo's nightlife districts, it almost feels surreal. Kagurazaka Ishikawa, one of Tokyo's most respected hidden kaiseki restaurants tucked away inside the backstreets. 5 Chom, 37 Kagurazaka, Shinjuku City, Tokyo. 15,000 to 30,000 yen, or 100 to 200 US dollars. Every dish here feels like artwork, delicate seasonal ingredients presented with incredible precision. Torijaya Kagurazaka, a cozy hidden yakitori spot known for premium charcoal grilled chicken and intimate atmosphere. 3 Chom 2 Kagurazaka, Shinjuku City, Tokyo. 4,000 to 8,000 yen, or 27 to 53 US dollars. The smoky aroma drifting through the alley outside alone is enough to pull people in. Soba House Konjiki Hototogisu, a Michelin-recognized ramen and soba-inspired noodle shop hidden in a quieter Tokyo street. 1 Chom 2410 Shinjuku, Shinjuku City, Tokyo. 1,200 to 2,500 yen, or 8 to 17 US dollars. Their broth is unbelievably refined, light, complex, and completely different from the heavy late-night ramen found earlier in the night. And just when it feels like Tokyo is finally slowing down, the city reveals one final side most visitors never experience. Because near dawn, hidden market alleys begin waking up again with some of the freshest seafood in Japan. Before sunrise, the hidden seafood alleys near Toyosu. By now, most of Tokyo is finally starting to quiet down. The bars are closing. The neon lights feel softer. The streets that were packed just hours ago suddenly feel empty. But near Toyosu Market, an entirely different world is waking up. Long before sunrise, delivery carts begin rattling through narrow market lanes. Restaurant workers arrive half asleep carrying styrofoam boxes packed with seafood. Small sushi counters quietly unlock their doors, while giant tuna are prepared behind the scenes for the morning rush. This is Tokyo at its rawest. No tourist performances, no flashy neon, just workers, chefs, fishmongers, and tiny seafood restaurants preparing for another day. And honestly, after spending the entire night exploring Tokyo's hidden food alleys, this feels like the perfect ending. One of the best things about these market-side restaurants is how simple the food becomes. Fresh uni over rice, fatty tuna sliced moments earlier, grilled eel with hot rice and miso soup. No complicated presentation needed when the ingredients are this fresh. Many locals working nearby stop here before sunrise for quick seafood breakfasts before the city fully wakes up again. And sitting inside these tiny counters while the first trains of the morning begin running again, you suddenly realize Tokyo never truly sleeps. It just changes shifts. Sushi Dai, one of the most famous sushi counters near Toyosu, known for unbelievably fresh seasonal seafood and long early morning queues. 6 Chom 51 Toyosu, Koto City, Tokyo. 4,000 to 8,000 yen, or 27 to 53 US dollars. The omakase here changes daily depending on the market catch, and every piece tastes incredibly clean and delicate. Daiwa Sushi, a local favorite tucked inside the market complex, serving thick cuts of fresh tuna, uni, and scallops from the morning auction. 6 Chom 51 Toyosu, Koto City, Tokyo. 3,500 to 7,000 yen, or 23 to 47 US dollars. The fatty tuna practically melts instantly, especially after a full night wandering Tokyo's alleyways. Nakaya, a quieter seafood rice bowl spot popular with workers looking for fast, fresh breakfasts before sunrise. 4 Chom 1318 Tsukiji, Chuo City, Tokyo. 1,500 to 3,000 yen, or 10 to 20 US dollars. Simple, fast, and deeply satisfying. Exactly the kind of place locals quietly return to over and over again. And as the sun slowly rises over Tokyo, you realize the city's best food experiences were never really about famous restaurants at all. They were hidden in smoke-filled alleyways, beneath train tracks, behind tiny wooden doors, and inside the places most people never stop to notice. And honestly, that's what makes Tokyo feel so different from almost anywhere else in the world. The deeper into the night you go, the more the city reveals itself. Not through giant tourist attractions, not through expensive luxury restaurants, but through tiny alleyways filled with smoke, lantern light, sizzling grills, and strangers sitting shoulder to shoulder over bowls of ramen and cold beer. From the chaotic skewer bars of Omoide Yokocho to hidden Golden Guy bars barely big enough to stand in, to steaming ramen shops beneath the train tracks, tonight felt less like a food tour and more like uncovering a secret version of Tokyo hiding in plain sight. And the crazy thing is, even after an entire night exploring, it still feels like we barely scratched the surface. Because in Tokyo, there's always another hidden alley, another tiny restaurant, another late-night counter packed with locals that most visitors will never find. So if you ever visit this city, don't just follow the tourist crowds. Get lost a little, wander the back streets, follow the smoke, listen for the sound of sizzling grills and crowded bars hidden beneath the neon lights. Because that's where the real Tokyo begins. And if you enjoyed this late-night food adventure, make sure to subscribe for more hidden food streets, local eats, and after-dark adventures across Asia. And let me know in the comments, which hidden Tokyo spot would you explore first?